Good morning, everyone. We are going to talk about food tracking today. And what do I mean by that? Journaling, keeping it in an app, taking pictures, keeping some type of mental list of what you're doing, keeping it in your phone, um, whatever your approach has been in the past. So many of people want to know, do I have to track? Is this something I need to do? Um, and I think it's just like anything, it's not a real quick answer. In general, for me, I really prefer to try to figure out how to help people lose weight the way they're going to live their life. Because we know this is a long term problem. This is a chronic, progressive, relapsing condition, right? So, most of us, I always joke, unless you're like an accountant or something and really love numbers and data, most of us don't want to spend our life keeping up with everything that we're eating to the detail. So I try my intention, and I encourage everyone at Weight and Gold that sees patients as well too, to really try to start off plans with everyone with not having them track, because I really would rather someone learn an approach to eating, get used to their understanding of their hunger, their appetite, understand their relationship with food, and really the why behind what they're eating. Because often for so many of us, we hyper focus on the what, like what food should I eat? What diet should I be on? What should I not have? And so much about it is about the why. And if we hyper focus on the what, we often really restrict and underconsume, and then we end up overeating because of the why that we missed in the first place. For many people who've had a history of frequent dieting, over restricting, over obsessing about food and intake, tracking can be triggering and can actually discourage progress, right? And often for many of us, it's kind of like the exercise word, where it brings out so much of that bias and stigma experience that we've had, that the moment someone's like, well, let's start with tracking your food, let's keep a food journal, and right away we're like, nope, done, not doing it, right? So usually we do everything we can to help someone be successful without tracking. From time to time, we may have to get the data because we just need it. Like, it would be kind of like um, me asking someone to plan, like, just give me some type of quote on how a project is going to go and what we're going to expect and what the results going to be. Like, if you just look at like a project around the house, um and you're trying to remodel your home, and you want information about like what's the quote going to be, how long is it going to take, what's going to look like afterwards, and they just give you just a random number with no information, and you want a change in that, and you want to see a different option, but there's no information in terms of detail as to like how much each part of it costs, how much the contractor costs, how much the materials cost, to where you can actually even try to make decisions about where can I make a change in here to see a different outcome, right? So if we're trying to improve our weight health, if we're trying to improve our muscle mass, if we're trying to improve our relationship with food, and we're not having success, sometimes we have to do a little bit of discovery. Now, does that mean that you have to obsessively track every single detail in an app? No, not necessarily. But sometimes we do have to have like a record of what we're taking in. So, from time to time, if people are stuck, if they're struggling, and we don't have a very clear why, like sometimes patients can come in and we can look at everything and say, okay, it doesn't seem like you're having the success you want to have. Doesn't seem like your body's responding. What's going on? Like, and sometimes we can very easily say, like, I'm not sleeping much. There's tons of stress at work. I'm eating off my general plan. I know I am. I'm going back to the vending machine at work. I'm stress eating. I'm eating at night. I'm picking the food off my kid's plate. I'm drinking more alcohol than usual. Those are all pretty easy fixes of, okay, it's pretty clear what's going on. Let's just adjust that. Follow up in a few weeks, and we'll see how your body responds. But if we're in a situation where we really feel like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. I really feel like I'm doing all of the things. And even if we try to spend some time like taking the blinders off and try to find the one thing that could be an outlier, if it still seems like, I don't know, everything looks great. My nutrition's on point, my activity's on point, I'm getting my steps in, and I'm doing strength training. My sleep is fantastic. I mean, my stress control looks great. I don't know how often this type of situation actually happens, right? But hey, if everything seems to be working, then that's a scenario where we have to be willing, not forever, but usually just for like a few days, to do the discovery work and try to gather the data, try to see like what is actually going on. And I can tell you that I do this myself when I'm not seeing progress, when I feel frustrated, and it's amazing what is uncovered. Very often it's like, oh, I thought I was getting good sleep in. I'm actually not. I thought I was hitting my protein. I'm not. I thought I was getting in enough fiber. Nope, not at all. My water content, not so great, right? So it can be an essential tool to use from time to time, but not ever something that I want someone to have to do long term. So that's my long story explanation for whether or not we have people track. So thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful. I hope it gives you a little bit of a better understanding what to expect when you're working with us at Weight and Gold. And the other part of it too is if you're not working with us at Weight and Gold, it really gives you a different perspective on how we might start to build a little bit of a better relationship with food, relationship with ourselves without having to track the detail constantly. So subscribe, share. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.